In this lesson, we're investigating how to determine if plants need water and sunlight to grow. Let's look back at the video we saw earlier in the lesson. Why do you think the sunflowers move the way they do? In this activity, you'll be studying what amount of sunlight is best for a plant. To investigate plants and sunlight, you'll use the following materials: gloves, 3 plants, tape, marker, cup of water, and colored pencils. To complete this activity, you'll place 3 plants of the same kind in a full sun location, a partly shady location, and a full shade location. Before you begin, make a prediction. How will a plant grow in full sun, shade, and full shade? Take a moment to share your prediction with your classmates, then select Continue. Gather your 3 plants, tape, and marker. Tear off a piece of tape and place it on the first plant's container. Use the marker to write full sun on the piece of tape. Tear off another piece of tape and place it on the second plant's container. Use the marker to write some shade on the piece of tape. Tear off one more piece of tape and place it on the last plant's container. Use the marker to write full shade on the piece of tape. Then select Continue. Put on a pair of gloves to continue with your activity. Now place each of your plants in a suitable location. Use the label to help you remember where to put each plant. After placing each plant, give each plant an equal amount of water. You will be letting the plants grow for 1 month, or about 30 days. During this time, you will need to remember to water your plants regularly. You will observe your plants after 1 month to see how they reacted to sunlight. Now it's time to observe your plants and record your data. Select the full sun row. Look at the plant you placed in full sun. What do you see? Use your colored pencils to draw a picture of the leaves of this plant. When you have finished, select Next. Now check out the plant that you placed in some shade. Does it look different than the plant you placed in full sun? Use your colored pencils to draw a picture of the leaves of this plant. When you have finished, select Next. Now look at the plant you placed in full shade. Does the plant look different than the other plants? Use your colored pencils to draw a picture of the leaves of this plant. When you have finished, select Continue. Now that you've collected your data, take some time to analyze your data and communicate your findings. As you look at the side-by-side photo of all 3 plants, there are some things to think about. The results of this activity will change depending on many things or variables. When observing plants outdoors, it is not possible to control the weather or temperature. For this activity, we used tomato plants, but the results could change if you used a different type of plant. These tomato plants grew outside for 30 days. During that time, there were days where it rained heavily, and the plants received different amounts of water from the rain. About half of the days were sunny and between 90 degrees Fahrenheit and 96 degrees Fahrenheit. At these temperatures, the plant in the full sun lost water more quickly than the other two plants. It was also hot enough that the leaves of the plant in the full sun were burned by the sun. This is like what happens to us when we go outside on a sunny day without having sunblock on. Use your data to complete the Communicate Information section.